welcome to Moira Vilsoni. Welcome, Moira. And of course, Moira is the Public Relations Advisor for the French Embassy. Now, Moira, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mavis.
Good morning.
To see.
I'm sure that getting up, you were excited about coming this morning to tell us about your experience and getting on board the flight with the French Navy to deliver relief stuff to the islands. Moira, first up, tell us a little bit about going out. When did you start going out to the islands?
Well, the French CASA, it's a military aircraft. They were here in Suva on Wednesday, and that was when we started working together with the NDMO and the Australians and the New Zealanders in cutting relief supplies. And our area was the north. And the reason why they gave us the north is just that the CASA can land and take off in any short runways. So we've been cutting relief supplies to Taveuni, Lambasa, and as far as Lodala Island for Yavata and Vanua Mbalavu. And since Wednesday, we've done over 51 tons of relief supplies. And we're still mobilizing with our French Armed Forces in New Caledonia. So in this new week, we'll be having a patrol boat, Navy boat, with military personnel for rehabilitation and relief work in Fiji. So that's some of the things that we've mobilized in the week, and they see that there's more need for assistance on the ground.
Which areas in Vanuatu have you been based throughout this whole week?
Well, we've gone as far as the two main airports, Taveuni and Lambasa. Right. So under NDMO directives, we drop relief supplies there, and then NDMO in the north and Red Cross, DISMAC, they distribute the relief aid.
Moira, I know there's a lot of work and there's a lot of coordinating that's going on between government, and we're glad that not only the French Embassy, but of course you're working together with Australia and New Zealand as well. You mentioned that some of the Australian New Zealand Navy officers also went on board to help out.
Yes, it's an agreement signed back in 1992 between French, the Australians, and the New Zealanders on relief humanitarian missions. So after Cyclone Winston, the agreement was activated again, and that's why we've been working very closely with our two neighboring countries. And on Monday, this Monday, we had some New Zealand Air Force personnel in our CASA. They wanted to do a recce assessment around Lambasa and Savu-Savu, and it's amazing because we take AusAid kits, and you can see the three countries collaborating and working together and helping out with our Fijian counterparts.
Moira, tell us a little bit about how you went on board and just the experience. I mean, when you first went out and what you were actually expecting, what you actually saw.
Well, Mavis, it's I think everybody who have flown over the Lomaiviti group, Taveuni, will share the same sentiments. We've talked about it in the aeroplane on our way back, and we've talked about it at the airport. It's a total disaster, and we see people waving from rumbles or just evidence of a village that once existed, or a settlement, and it's really heartbreaking. When we reach Taveuni or Lambasa, people come out, they want to shake your hand, and it gives us that drive. You just want to go and keep on going. Strangers who say thank you. There was a guy, a man in Taveuni, who you see his house, literally there's nothing there. But as soon as we finished with the offloading, he brought us a carton of ripe bananas. And our French crew was saying how resilient our people are. And it's one of those many stories that they'll take back with them. And I'm sure our other foreign friends who are helping out would share the same thing.
Right.
Those experiences, we break down most of our times when we fly back to Nosori. It's just heartbreaking. But we are very glad that we are able to help out in any way we can. We are still mobilizing New Caledonian government with the French Red Cross. Everybody's mobilizing back in Noumea on what to send back to Fiji for relief aid, and we also have French experts in Taveuni. Under NDMO. They're working on water, safe water drinking. So these guys produce 30,000 liters per day, and government cuts those water tanks to affected areas. At the same time, our French, silver-based French companies like Total, Bread Bank, everybody is working together, trying to see where we can help.
I guess this is a time where, you know, everybody is all holding hands, everybody is working together, coordinating, and especially for our friends out in the islands and affected areas. We're battered by Winston. I mean, Category 5 is no joke. I mean, it's almost like you can say, what, the finger of God. A lot has been going on social media about that. Moira, how, I know that you spoke a lot with the soldiers, you know, that came on board. What was their response when they saw all this?
They couldn't believe it. I would say, you know, I see them rushing to the small windows just to look at how devastated the islands are, and they just shake their heads. And you can tell, you know, they feel too. They feel our pain. So when we are free and with the in between offloading and unloading, they ask me, where's this place? How many? What's the population like? These kind of questions that they want to know more, so that they can go back and debrief and look at how else we can move from the points where we've been doing the drop-offs. And that's the experiences I've shared with them, and they've shared with me. It's
pretty devastating indeed. Moira, you mentioned they've gone back. Now they're heading back in tomorrow?
Yes, they come back tomorrow with more crew and a Navy boat with military engineers to help in the rehabilitation. But the Navy boat will be in Suva for a day to reload whatever is needed out in the islands, and then through NDMO they'll tell us, they'll direct us where to go, where the priority areas are, and the Navy boat will be in Suva for 4 days deployment. So that's
well, we're very, very grateful that the French government and French embassy, those involved here in Fiji, is lending their hand in helping out in trying to rebuild Fiji. But you've been out there, you've seen the devastation, and for one, I know it's going to take a while to try and get everyone back on their feet, out of those that were affected. And so your ongoing help with helping in rebuilding, that's going to take a number of days as well, or weeks. Depending on that. Well, thank you for coming in this morning,
Merci
Moira.
Hope I said that right.
Okay, thank you for sharing your story and your experience with us this morning, and for our viewers as well on Breakfast.
Thank you.
Good night, Moira.
All right, stay with us on Breakfast at Fiji One when we come back, okay? We'll give you a little preview as to what's happening with the Las Vegas Sevens starting tomorrow.